For Access Exercise 6, we are going to be modifying our table. Remember, in Exercise 1, we made a table and we designed it to look like this. We only had 3 fields: customer ID, last name, and first name. Now, if you open up the table, you'll see that, again, there are 3 columns: customer ID, last name, and first name. But using Access, we can click Design and we can add additional fields. So I'd like you to add address and leave it at text. I'd like you to add city as text, province as text, postal code as text, phone, as in phone number, as text, fax, and email. Okay. Now, if you make a mistake, you can always go back and, for example, if I wanted to add a space between postal code, I can just click here and add a space. Likewise, if I want to delete something, I can click on the side here, right mouse, and delete. Okay. Or if you're missing something, you can click here, right mouse, and insert. So I'll just retype the missing province. Okay. When you're finished redesigning the table, your table design should look exactly the same as Exercise 6 Sample A. So when you're done this, you can close it. If you click the close, it will ask you, do you want to save changes to the design of table customers? Click yes. Okay. So now that we've redesigned it, if you click design again, you'll see that those new fields and their data type have been updated. However, if you open up the customers table, you'll notice now that those new fields that we entered, these are all empty. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to type the missing data. So let's start with Joe. It's 123 Spadina Road. Okay, that's Toronto, Ontario. M8W 3J4. Phone number is 416 243 6987. Fax is 416 243 6997. And the email address is joeschmo@hotmail.com. Now, you'll notice that some of the entries are too long to be shown. So in this view, you can actually click in between 2 neighboring fields and drag, and that gives you the option of making the columns either wider or narrower. Okay, so you may have to adjust the email and the address in order to fit all the remaining entries. Okay, just click in another cell and type in the missing information. Okay, so I fast forwarded and basically you can see I've entered in all the data that is shown in Exercise 6 Sample B. I've typed in all the addresses and cities, provinces, postal code, and phone numbers and faxes. And I can make the address column a little bit wider because There are some addresses that can't be seen, but otherwise, I'm finished. However, Kasper Karpov, if you look at your sample, um, doesn't isn't included in the list. If you want to delete a customer, you can click in the gray area to the left with the left mouse button, and that highlights everything. So click with the left, then right click, and you can see a menu come up. We're going to delete record 8. We're going to delete Kasper Karpov. When I click delete record with the left mouse button, a warning comes up. It says you are about to delete one record. If you click yes, you won't be able to undo this delete operation. Are you sure you want to delete these records? Click yes. Okay. Now, what that means is because customer ID was assigned auto number, it means that customer ID number 8 has now been deleted and that number is no longer available. If I was to add another customer to this list, that customer would not get 8. Instead, the customer will always get the next available number. So the next customer would be assigned customer ID 10. Okay, now that we're finished this, we can just close this and it will ask you, do you want to save the changes to the layout of customer tables? Just click yes, and we're done.